Oh man, hold on. Let me take these out of here. All right, I'm back. Look, okay, so first initial impressions. All right, let me give it to y'all straight. I really like this phone. Now there are some learning curves, man. Let me put this Gear VR down. Well, you know what? Before I put this down, I'm gonna go ahead and tell you right now, it does fit inside of the Gear R. Where you slide your phone in. However, somehow I guess when I got rid of when I stopped using the Note 7 and I started using the S7, you have to switch out that little adapter to for USB-C versus USB mini USB or micro USB. I can't find my adapter, man, so I couldn't actually plug it in to see if it actually worked, but it does fit. So if you have one, shout out to me in the comments, let me know if it works. Meanwhile, I need to find one. I have to scour the internet and find one of them stinking adapters. I think I might have threw it away in the box. I did like this massive purge where I threw away old boxes and stuff or stuff that I was never going to get rid of, and I threw the box away. I'm almost going to guarantee you that thing was in the box. I don't know how I could have thrown that away. Anyways, the type of hoarder I am, I keep everything. I can't believe I threw that away. Anyways, it fits. I just don't know if it works. Let me put that down. All right, so let me see where I want to start. There is a learning curve because the phone is massive. If you're coming from a Note 7, which some people still have, or basically any phone, and I don't use cases, so I use the phone naked, and so I got the real feel of the phone. But if you come from an S7 Edge, which was, it's actually was pretty big for its time, yeah, it's massive, man, and it's it's got these sharp corners in it, so they do kind of poke into your palm of your hand, and it gives you a little pinky fatigue because I use my phone like this, and I will tell you right now, the pinky fatigue, because it's a weighty phone, man, it definitely weighs more than the S7 Edge. In that corner, it might get to you, so there might be an adjustment there. Reaching up for the fingerprint scanner wasn't a big deal for me. Like I said, I don't have man, that thing just unlocked. I'll talk about that in a second. It didn't bother me. It was pretty easy to access, but you don't need a fingerprint scanner anymore. This thing has the iris scanner and the face unlock. If you go to Jay Williams, he actually just proved that the face unlock works even with the lights off. And to be honest with you, I find it faster than the iris scanner, to be honest with you. And you don't have to line your eyeballs up either in those two little circles. So, I mean, seriously, as soon as you can't see this, or can you? Let me see. As soon as I tap this button right here, bam, it's open. And it didn't have to locate my eyeballs. That's fast. Anyway, so the iris scanner, everything works, and I love it, especially stepping up from the S7 Edge. Let me see here. What else did I notice right off the top? It's a brand new phone, but it's super ultra fast. It's still downloading all my stuff, man. Only 55% from restoring my stuff from the cloud. It's super fast, but every new phone should be super fast. So that's a test of time right there. I'm not even gonna go into that. And I'm not a big spec dude on phones, man. As long as they work, I feel like they all lag over a period of 6 months. They start to lag. Then when they throw out those updates, it pretty much trashes your phone, no matter which one you got, Android or iOS. But overall, I really do like the aesthetics of the phone. I didn't think I was going to like it, but after you use it for about 10 minutes, you get used to it. And on the home screen, you can actually get rid of these buttons. So where you're using to where you have full screen mode, and then you swipe up to have them show up again, or you can just, lock them in place. I like that, having that full screen mode. At first, I didn't like it because I kept having to swipe, and I thought that was just a wasted maneuver. And it kind of is. But I like having that whole screen, man. There's a whole lot of screen on this phone, man. I mean, literally, if you take the S7 Edge, line it up, literally the entire footprint of this phone is the screen size of the Note 8. And this was the S7 Edge. So that's ridiculous, man. I've already gotten used to the capacitive home push button. I guess it's not a home button. It's a capacitive, I don't know, like a 3D touch almost into the screen. Bixby, I have not played around with that just yet. We'll get into that maybe later. I don't know if I'm going to actually do a review for this phone or not. I'm not a phone review guy. There's plenty of dudes out there that do that. I'd just rather put it out in the real world and do some stuff that way. Maybe I'll do some real world stuff, just not a full-on review. But this Bixby button, I will tell you right now, I don't like the placement. I hope you can remap it somehow, or somewhere down the line somebody comes up with it, because where my hand sits naturally, I feel like it's the volume down button. And especially since there's a space in between here for the up and down button, there's a space in between here between Bixby and volume down. So coming from this coming from this S7 Edge, and hell, even the Note 7, you still have that gap. So you automatically feel like this is the volume down and this is the volume up. So in all reality, you're actually hitting the Bixby and the volume down button instead of volume up and volume up. Don't like the placement of that. I'm sure I'll get used to it. Learning curve. Haven't played around with the camera too much, but you know, from everything I've seen, the camera is awesome. Maybe I'll do some real world stuff with that. Man, all my stuff it's getting there, man. 78%. I see all my messages in here. All right, let me see what else I just really enjoy the symmetry, man. For those of you who have already experienced the Note 7 or the Galaxy S8, the symmetry in this phone between the front and the back side of it is just, it is perfect. I'm still kind of getting used to these corners, man, but overall, I think it's a great phone. It's a very immersive experience. I watched a quick video in here. You can go into like a regular aspect ratio, or you can do full screen, and it's just like, it really does capture, like, it sucks you in, and it does melt off the screen. So as far as the screen, it just melts into the atmosphere. This is what I would call the truest thing to a bezel-less phone. What they've come out with the iPhone X or iPhone 10, that's not bezel-less, man. There is still a very obvious bezel in there, and I don't like what they did with that. This AMOLED screen, being that it's a Samsung, and how they do their design with this AMOLED stuff, man, the black is black. So when you have this black screen up here, it just looks like your phone is off. And I love how that just looks, and it's all one black device. The black is black. And that's what you get with an AMOLED screen, man. I love that. But that's typical Samsung stuff, man. That's why I've always rocked with a Samsung phone. It's very familiar to me. And I think, you know what, all my apps are back in the same spot. So yeah, the whole sync thing is working up just fine as I'm talking to you guys. What else? Oh, the headphones. So these AKG headphones, man. All right, at first I put them in my ear. I didn't have the right tips in there, and I was like, damn, Samsung, they got me again with these raggedy headphones. I'll tell you what, man. If you get these, there's no need to go buy any other headphones as far as earbuds. If you want over-ear, you know, headphones, go for it. But as far as earbuds, don't go wasting money on anything else. I know I review a ton of earbuds and stuff, but I'll be honest with you. If you have these, don't buy any of those earbuds I reviewed in the past. I'm just being straight up, man. These things are, I mean, it's $1,000 device. These things, hey, they are perfect for the device. You spend all this money on this device. They did not short you on the quality, the build quality. Man, that cable is insane. The build quality and the sound quality and the ergonomics of these headphones is all here. You got a mic in there, your play and pause, your up and down. That's pretty much all you need on this thing. And I'm pretty sure you can skip tracks. Maybe if you hold it, I'm not sure. Haven't tested that out just yet. But basically you got pretty much, as far as I know, full control with this deal right here. But the sound quality that comes out of these things, man, lots of bass, crystal clear highs, and clean mids, man. I'm very impressed. Samsung is back with these AKG earbuds. If y'all followed my journey on YouTube, you know that I really enjoyed those old school white ones that Samsung used to give you back in the day. And then they went to this newer age stuff. I think they were trying to, you know, go copy Apple with their earbuds, and then they just sucked because they didn't have these little suction, or not suction, but these little ear tips on here. Now they've gone back with the ear tips, and they're rolling with EKG, or I'm sorry, they're rolling with AKG, and these suckers sound good. So once again, if you own a Samsung phone with these AKG earbuds, no, I don't care what I review, man. Don't buy them if you already got these, because these are probably going to be better or just as good. These are great stock headphones, man. Speaking of which, headphone jack. You just plug these suckers in and they work, and it is awesome, man. It's a great thing. I still appreciate the headphone jack, even though it's not that big of a deal to me, because I'm a Bluetooth dude. But I do appreciate having some hardcore wired headphones here. What else do I want to talk about before I sign off? Looks like all my apps are in place. Let me see my app drawer. Hey, the app drawer. So here's something I want to share with y'all. So right here, you got your home screen. Can you see that? So if you can see my home screen right here, all you got to do now is there's no home button. I mean, I'm sorry, there's no app tray. So you just swipe up. That's pretty cool. And then of course you can swipe left to right. And it looks like, yeah, they got all my little folders in there and everything, man. Everything's all set up just like I left it. My device maintenance is there, everything. I love it. Okay, so that's pretty much it. Hopefully, I'll play around with this thing. When you get a new phone, whether you a girl or a guy, man, are you one of those cats who, when you get a new device, preferably a phone, right, you need like a day with your phone. You just want to go run off with it into the wilderness and just punch on it, man, and just see all the stuff and go through every feature. Man, I know what's going to happen, man. My wife doesn't know I got this phone yet. I'm going to tell her when she gets home, or I'll probably send her a text in a minute. And I'm going to have to do all my playing now because I got my son's game to go to tonight. And I'm probably test out the camera there because it's the first game of the season. Let me see here. But tonight, my wife's going to be all on my face, chitter chatting and, all kinds of wife stuff, right? Just getting on my nerves. And I'm going to be wanting to be up in my phone because I really haven't had that much time to play with it. I ain't even touched the S Pen yet, man. I ain't even pulled it out. I got like probably 2 hours worth of S Pen stuff to do on this phone because it's got new stuff. And she ain't gonna let me do it, man. She's gonna be all up in my face. So if you're one of those cats, thumbs up this video and leave a comment in the comment section if you're one of those cats who needs like a day with your phone, man, to explore and learn the hell out of it. Because I'm one of those cats, man, and I feel for you if you've got family and friends that are all up in your face, keeping you away from your new device. Anyways, but for real though, I just signed up for my to get my 360 camera, so maybe we'll have some 360 video on this channel. That'll be pretty sweet. The Note 8 is on deck. I'm gonna have to get on maybe a Decal Girl, or I don't know, where do I get my skins from? I don't think I've ever done D-Brand. Or yeah, I do get my skins from D-Brand. I have to put me a skin on this thing, man, because I gotta protect that back. I'm not a case dude, so I won't be reviewing no cases most likely. It's all about the skin for me because I actually like to hold the phone. And as big as this thing is, you put a case on it, it's already a two-handed device. I forgot to mention that. This is very much so a two-handed device. I found myself using it with one hand, but at the same time, I've naturally gravitated towards using two hands. So if you got little hands, man, prepare to use this with two hands, and that's okay because it was pretty comfortable. But if you gotta like blow your nose or cook and watch your phone at the same time, you might struggle a little bit if your hands are little teeny tiny little things. But I would say this is definitely a two-handed device, even for people with moderate to larger size hands. But I ain't complaining, man. I like this big ass screen. This is massive. Anyways, I ain't claimed to be no expert in this kind of stuff. I just wanted to unbox this bad boy with y'all. But before I get out of here, let me tell y'all something. So this whole subscribing thing, okay? You got to tap that button, man. You got to smash on that subscribe button. And then I just noticed there's a little bell right next to the whole subscribe thing and the like button. Tap on that bell too, man, because I'll be uploading some videos and then y'all get the notifications and then we can go roll call squad in the comments. Everybody got their notification, man. Don't be lame. Join the movement, man. Just doing life, man. But I gotta get out of here, man. I gotta go spend some quality time with this phone before the wife gets home, man, and then I'm stuck. Anyways, I'll see y'all later. Bye.